Hello, rising parents. If you are looking for insightful parenting tips and tricks, you are in the right place.
As some of you may already know, Tim and I have worked professionally with children and their families for over 20 years, and we love sharing our journey and experience with viewers like you.
In this video, we will share 10 parenting mistakes that can lead to negative outcomes for both you and your child. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Your support of this YouTube channel helps feed people through selflessoutreach.org. We serve the underserved. Parenting mistakes we should avoid.
One of the important things we need to learn as parents is that there are no magic bullets that will make our children successful. We have all heard the same stories.
The parent who failed at parenting. The parent who failed to get their kids to act a certain way or behaved in a certain way. And sometimes, we fail too.
When this happens, we tend to blame ourselves and let our children down in some way, either because we didn't do enough or because we were too busy with other things, such as work, family, and our friends.
That's why it is essential for parents to practice self-care and provide each child with a healthy environment for growing into a healthy adult.
Here are the top 10 parenting mistakes.
1. Complaining about the things your child does wrong.
Complaining about everything they do wrong has become all too normal in modern-day families. There is a balance between teaching your children how to do things better while still addressing what they are doing wrong, but many parents have lost sight of that concept.
2. Neglecting your child's needs and interests.
When parents neglect their child's needs or interests, they are not only hurting them but also themselves. A child's self-worth and ability to make friends and succeed in school can be severely damaged by a lack of attention and parental support.
It is important for parents to take the time to listen and learn about their child's interests and needs, as this will help form a deep bond that will last a lifetime.
3. Letting your child's behavior control you.
For some parents, the chaos that their child brings into their life is so overwhelming they feel like they can't deal with it. Rather than trying to find a way to manage the behavior, these parents give up and let themselves be controlled by their child.
This can lead to mental health problems such as depression and anxiety. Oftentimes, these issues go untreated because of the lack of awareness or lack of resources available for people to turn to.
4. Not controlling your child's behavior.
Many parents find themselves at a loss as to how to positively control their child's behavior. The best way to keep a child in check is to reward positive behavior with praise and attention.
It is important for kids to be told what they are doing right, as well as being corrected when necessary. Parents can do this by keeping a tally of good behavior and rewarding the child after reaching a certain number.
5. Treating children poorly by not giving them enough attention.
Many parents and caregivers may not realize that they are treating their children poorly by not giving them enough attention. Spending time with your child is important because it provides the opportunity to spend time together and start a conversation.
Even if there is no activity going on, we need to make an effort to be present and talk about the things we do or don't like about school or anything else that has happened during the day.
6. Don't force your child to share his toys.
It is important that a child share his or her toys. But don't force him or her to share it. Instead, use a reward system where the child can choose whether or not he or she wants to share.
If your child doesn't want to share his or her toy, there's no harm in simply letting him or her know you are okay with it and that you want him or her to enjoy it as much as you do. 7. Don't expect a baby to sleep through the night.
Babies don't require a lot of sleep. It's important for parents to give them the time they need, but too much sleep is not healthy for babies or toddlers, and too little sleep is often bad for them because they are easily distracted and become irritable if they don't get enough rest from their daytime naps.
8. Don't expect your baby to be interested in everything you do.
Babies have limited attention spans, so be prepared for lulls in interest and happiness when things aren't going well or new opportunities aren't available.
For example, if your toddler isn't interested in playing with a new toy and keeps asking why about it, then this means he or she is bored with it and perhaps needs more stimulation.
9. Not letting your child be independent.
Parents often wonder whether it is time to let their child become independent. The thing that makes this question hard to answer is every child grows up at his or her own pace. Things that are too fast for one might be too slow for another.
There are many different factors that affect the decision of when to allow a child to do certain things on his or her own.
10. Not setting boundaries.
Set your boundaries with your child early and clearly. Communicate and discuss their boundaries and what is expected of them.
The more you communicate with them about what is acceptable and not, the better they will behave. Be consistent with these boundaries as well as the consequences for those actions. The topic of parenting can be a minefield for all parents. Like any other profession, parenting is not an easy job, and everything you do is influenced by the environment in which you are living.
Consider that one of the most important aspects of parenting will be teaching your kid how to take responsibility for his or her actions. Many parents focus on punishment, which doesn't work, because it only makes it worse.
You have to teach your child how to take responsibility and control his or her actions. You need to instill a sense of self-worth and confidence in them so they stop avoiding responsibility and start being responsible.
This means teaching them how to solve problems themselves instead of getting others involved, which takes time and patience. It's not just about correcting the problem, but solving them too.
This will also help their self-esteem grow as well as their confidence in themselves because they are now responsible for handling their own problems.
This will also help them learn how to deal with stressors in life such as family conflicts and school failure from a young age so that they don't become stressed out when something happens in their home or at school.
There are many ways to get parental guidance, but the best way is to consult with a professional. Talk with someone who works professionally with children like a childcare provider, teacher, or pediatrician.
These professionals will give you some useful and insightful parenting tips.
So, there you have it. This concludes parenting mistakes we should avoid. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and goodbye for now.
Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Your support of this YouTube channel helps feed people through selflessoutreach.org. We serve the underserved.